start off this week with Iceage new album, Beyondless. Iceage is an American indie rock post-punk band. This is our first experience with anything Iceage. They have several projects before.
I've seen a couple of the movies, but I've never heard the music.
You have Ray Romano's the front man.
I love that guy. His eyes are like a flounder.
That's not Ray Romano. Ray Romano's the
yeah. Who plays the sloth?
Billy Stewart?
I don't care. I like Antonio Banderas as the saber-toothed tiger.
Is that him?
No, it's not him. I don't remember who it was.
I know Queen Latifah is in one of the movies.
I
think Cardi B is going to be in another one of those movies.
Are you serious?
It makes sense. I don't think you can hire... I don't think it's legal to hire Queen Latifah anymore. You have to hire Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. Those are the rules.
They can't be in the same places at the same time.
Queen Latifah has been retired. But Iceage, American post-punk indie rock band. I've talked about this before. This is my first experience. Don't know much about the band, and I'm going to be completely honest about it. This is one of the bands, no experience before, no research, just wanted to get ahead first. And all honesty, this album just did not do it for me, and I don't really have much to say. And I know there are a lot of people that are going to be like out there and be like, "Oh, you don't like this album? You should have listened to it. You should know all the history of Iceage. You should blah blah blah.
You should have watched Continental Drift.
You should have done research before doing your review." But this is all completely opinions, and they're my opinions, and you may have separate opinions, and
they're also my opinions.
You're allowed to have your entitled opinions, but just to me, this record just did not stand out to me as something interesting. I feel like a lot of the post-punk albums we listen to, they either hit me really hard or they just don't stick. And this is the ones I don't think this is bad as like something like a Preoccupation.
Maybe future discussion topic.
Because I think
is post-punk dead?
No. The fact that we keep on reviewing it, no. But I think it's a hard genre to kind of hit down because I think there's a lot of acts in it, and it's hard to because we reviewed Preoccupations. I think you can even classify Flower Trunk under post-punk.
I've just found that I haven't enjoyed many of this year's rock albums as a whole, or like post-punk. But like even I would consider like Jeff Rosenstock to be post-punk. He's
pop-punk. I would consider him.
It's still it's still post-punk. You know, anything that's past punk is post-punk. And I really enjoyed Post.
Malone?
No. But like I really enjoyed Jeff Rosenstock's album, and I guess I can't say for sure like what he had. He has like a lot of catchy melodies and relatable subject matter. I think his singing is like unique. But there's not a lot of other people that can pin that kind of style down, and I would put Iceage in that category as well. Like, things that I liked about this album, I think that there were a couple, like, catchy enough tracks, I guess. Hurrah is okay. The Day the Music Dies is okay. Plead the Fifth is okay. My favorite, though, in this whole album is Painkiller, because I think it's so drastically different than every other track. You know, it's got like a really bouncy horn section, and it's just like a lot of fun. It reminds me of my ska.
That's why I honestly thought you were gonna like this record because the horns do pop up, but
they're not enough.
Yeah, they're not enough. So, like, I think one of the things that I enjoyed about the production is that the horn section was there, and I think that's one of the things that made it distinctive for me as a listen is that I did enjoy the horn section anytime to pop up, but it wasn't around for enough, and then we get. The production on this album's not bad, but it's not anything to write home about either. For me personally, like there's nothing that made me want to listen to really any of these tracks ever again. Mm-hmm. Songwriting, very typical. Like, Hurrah is very political, talking about all these like nonsensical wars and people dying pointlessly.
Isn't that what post-punk as a genre is all about?
Yeah, just like it's nothing special. And then Painkiller, having someone in a relationship, relating them to your painkiller, not super unique.
No.
There's nothing on this album that really stands out to me. But there's nothing on this album that like I really dislike, and I can really critique that hard. Except for it's not unique enough.
It's just kind of run of the mill, post-punk. And I guess that's kind of sad because like I enjoy post-punk, but like I want it to be stand out.
Yeah.
When I came to realize like over this past weekend that I like songs that like stand out, or I like things that stand out, and I can't really understand like why, because I think that, and going back to the Kanye discussion, I think that Yeezus and The Life of Pablo are similarly put together and have like similar, not themes, but musical ideas, like very jagged and disheveled and just kind of like all over the place. But one I obviously really enjoy, and the other one I don't enjoy as much. Like, why is that?
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of the same thing for me with any genre of music. Why do I like Jeff Rosenstock over Iceage? Because Jeff Rosenstock stands out.
Because Ray Romano does not stand out.
Because Ray Romano is not on this album enough. He plays the horns, but they're not on there enough.
That's actually just his mammoth tusk. Or his mammoth snout? Is that what it is?
Trunk.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I don't think this is necessary. If you're a huge fan of post-punk, definitely give this a listen. Or art rock, or indie rock. I definitely say recommend checking out because you might like it more than us. But for me, it just doesn't stand out enough. There's nothing really to write home about. I'm feeling like a 6 on this. I don't think it's bad, but I think there's definitely needs to be improvement as much as it just needs to have more standout features of stuff I can write home about. Again, I think more horns would be cool, more worthwhile like lyrics. I think it would be nice, but
more wild lyrics.
As someone who's just getting introduced to Iceage through this project, I don't think there's anything that makes me want to come back to any of their other albums.
I wish I could review and give like a numerical score for not going, like, would not listen to again. And that's what I'd give this. So like, I think I'm honestly just gonna have to go with like a straight 5 on this. Because I just don't think I would listen to it again. It's just it's very run of the mill for me.
Yeah.
And there are like I mentioned, there's like a couple okay tracks on here that like I mentioned, like Painkiller. I just think it's so drastically different from all the rest that like, yeah, I enjoyed that track, but everything else was just kind of like, I could take it or leave it,
Yeah, I'm changing mine. I think I meant to give it a 5 in the first place. I just said 6. But yeah, 5's like middle of the road. Straight down the middle. I think a 5 makes sense. Because there's nothing I really hate about this.
If you like the style, you'll like it. And if you like, I guess, kind of what Iceage has been doing, then you're going to like it. And if you like the direction that post-punk is going in right now, like we said, like bands like No Age or Ought.
No, it's just indie rock. They're not post-punk.
I would consider them post-punk. Or Preoccupations.
Preoccupations.
I think that... I think you would enjoy this album, or at least find something to value here.
Yeah.